Hello everyone. In the last part of analytical skills, we got to know the process, we got to know the steps, and we got to know what are the various types of analytical skills. And we also got to know that this is a soft skill that is in huge demand these days. Also, I would like to correlate it with the efficiency and the effectiveness part, right? So, in this particular video, we are going to talk about how can we use our analytical skills in our daily lives in order to prove that yes, we are a good professional and we do have these skills to our advantage. So, the first is these are some of the examples of analytical skills. First is critical thinking, another is data and information analysis, third is research, fourth is communication, and next is problem solving skills. And I think no professional in this world can function without its knowledge. Every professional, whether it's on engineering domain or management domain, has to have critical thinking. Any professional who's there in engineering domain or is studying there in the management domain or any other professional area need to be good at data and information analysis, because that's how businesses run. They need to analyze data about their marketing, about their sales, about their HR and every aspect. Similarly, research is one of the objectives, whether it's a technical organization or a non-technical organization. You need to be ahead of times, and for that you need to devote a lot of time on research also. Another is communication, which is again one of the examples of analytical skills, because communication, yes, it helps us in extracting data about the problem on which we are working, and it is going to help you out in a lot many ways. And then is problem solving, not just in the daily lives, but problem solving in terms of the small problems that we encounter at our workplace and the bigger problem in picture that we are going to solve. Next, we are going to talk about how to improve your analytical skills. So, I am going to tell you a certain steps. The first is take on leadership roles that require the use of critical thinking, critical analytical skills. That's the first step that you can do, that you can take to improve your analytical skills. You expose yourself to situations where you need to showcase your leadership roles, expose yourself to all those areas, because there are certain aspects in our personality that are hidden. And if I talk about Johari window, it has two dimensions to it, which and this particular dimension talks about these are the aspects which are not known to self and not known to others, right? So, this particular aspect, if it is not known to you and not known to others, obviously how can you get to know about it? You need to expose yourself to the situations, expose yourself to various situations wherein you will get an opportunity to show roles that the skills that you already have. So, that is the first way to improve your analytical skills. Second is practice key analytical skills in your current role. So, wherever you are working, whether you are a college graduate, you are working on a project with your colleagues in other departments, practice the key skills that we have discussed in the last slide, last video. Expose yourself to environment, expose yourself to situations wherein you get an opportunity to practice all those skills. Third is take classes that emphasize the use of analytical skills. So, for example, if you have a course, one course is a mandatory course, and another course is a choice based course wherein you have a choice to take up that course, wherein you can hone your analytical skills. Please go for that. Fourth is participate in activities that require the use of analytical skills, such as team sports, games, or reading. So, for example, if you have this concept of inter-college sports fest or inter-college any literary competition, just expose and participate in all those activities, because that is going to help you out in analytical skills. Reading is one of the the best ways to improve that. Participating in games is the best way to improve that. Next is seek advice or mentorship from professionals in your field or desired industry. So, for example, if you are studying in an institute, if you are working in a college, never ever miss the opportunity of networking with people who are there in your own domain. So, for example, if your institute has this concept of alumni meet, wherein you get to meet with people who are working in various industries, go there, talk to them, share your ideas, get their ideas and make them your mentors. That is going to help you out, and more specifically seek advices from all of them. Next is conduct research on best practices for your industry. See, it is very easy these days to acquire knowledge about their industry. There are so many pages. You can go to LinkedIn, you can go to websites of your domain. You can talk about the best practices, what is happening in which domain, and these kind of things related to your industry can help you out in increasing the analytical skills. Then is improve your subject matter knowledge, which is essential to faster problem solving. So for example, if you are good at a particular thing, you can talk about getting a deeper knowledge in that particular area. One is getting a knowledge across the area, so you are good at a lot of activities. Another thing is getting in-depth knowledge in one particular sub area. So subject matter knowledge in one particular subdomain is going to help you out in this particular aspect also. So next key concern is how to highlight your analytical skills. So for that we are going to share a few ideas. We are going to talk about how to highlight your analytical skills in such kind of situations. So for example, if you are a fresher and you are going to apply for a job, and you believe that you have certain analytical skills, and you also know that analytical skills are in huge demand these days. So how to do that? I mean, can I straight away write in my resume that I have analytical skills? No. But there is another way out. You can talk about your analytical skills by showcasing that you have them, right? So one way is writing a summary. So write a summary section that mentions how you have used analytical skills. So for example, if there is a summary section that you need to share, you can summarize the entire skills that you have related to this particular domain. Then as professional history, include analytical skills and specific achievements on the job. So for example, as a fresher, if you have had an opportunity of summer internship, then you can showcase that in your professional history. Right, and then if I talk about skills, include key analytical skills as part of your skill section. So for example, in your resume, if you are mentioning skills somehow, you can talk about analytical skills there, and there specifically you have to mention acquired this skill by being a part of this particular team in this event, right? Showcase them, just don't write about it, you need to highlight it in a more effective manner. Second is, you can also highlight your analytical skills in your cover letter. So how can you do that? After reviewing the job description, see, one thing we need to understand is, so for example, if you are applying for, let's say, 3 different positions as a fresher, position 1, position 2, position 3, the curriculum vitae that you are sharing across has to be customized based on the requirement of the job, right? And one way, the cover letter also has to be customized. So you have to mention all those things that are in demand by the current organization. It could vary for this, it could be a different thing for this, it could be a different thing for the third one. So after reviewing the job description, you have to select a specific story you can tell about a time when you used analytical skills that is relevant to the employer. So for example, one analytical skill could be relevant to this employer, might not be relevant for this employer. So you can customize your cover letter accordingly. Now in the job interview, how can you showcase the analytical skills? Let's talk about it. So we have learnt about how to showcase the analytical skills on the resume. We have also understood how to showcase the analytical skills in the cover letter, which I told you that it has to be customized every time you write that. And third is during your job interview, how to do that. So you provide detailed responses about how you used your analytical skills in the past and how it improved or solved issues from previous employers, right? Second is show your analytical skills through pre-employment assessments from some employers used to filter candidates. Now see, it is very important to show off these kind of skills in the job interview. So whenever I say that the introduction question, so for example, you get into an interview and you say that introduction is something that is a very genuine thing. I say that it is an opportunity for all the people who are appearing in an interview to showcase what qualities they have, right? So I believe that in order to showcase your analytical skills nicely, what you can do is you can do some kind of an homework on a piece of paper, just divide it into 2 columns, make a list of all the things you want to share with the employer and all the things you don't want to share with the employer. So for example, here you can mention all the analytical skills, right? You can talk about the communication skills part, the problem solving part, and the other part. So you deliberately in your introduction talk about these things, and never ever mention anything related to all those things which you don't want to mention. So, this will make you, this will enable you to highlight all the analytical skills that that you have, right. And it usually happens that the next question, question number 2 of your interview will generally be from the things that you have mentioned in the introduction part. So, this is how you can find out opportunities for yourself to talk about the analytical skills that you possess or that you are working on. Also, there are a few other ideas also. Begin using and improving your analytical skills on the job. So, never lose the opportunity, always never be stagnant with your job. Like for example, if you get a first job, don't sit idle that you are now you can relax and you sit back and relax. On the job also find out opportunities wherein you can improve your analytical skills, right. Offer to help solve problems when they arise and proactive in identifying problems and solutions. So, be proactive, be a solution finder rather than a problem creator. So, whenever a problem is there, try to find out if there is a solution to that or not, and volunteer for team or individual assignments that give you an opportunity to display the analytical skills you possess or have been working to improve. So, these are some of the ways in which you can improve the analytical skills on the job also. And last but not the least, keep learning, be a lifelong learner, because that is actually going to help us out. Never be stagnant with your learning methodologies. Never say that no, now I have acquired my degree, now I have done everything in life, that is it for me. Never ever do that. Be a lifelong learner. Learn everything every single day, learn one new thing every single day, right. So, never stop learning, be a lifelong learner. That is one message from my side. Thank you so much.